Most people in Singapore think this is illegal. Some are already doing it quietly. And many are shocked when they find out the truth. So here's the question no one openly asks but everyone is curious about. Is it legal in Singapore to buy and use sex toys? Let's be very clear from the start. There is no law in Singapore that directly says you cannot own or use a sex toy in private. That alone surprises many people. Under Singapore law, what happens in private, between consenting adults, is generally not policed unless it breaks another law. So if someone buys an item and uses it in their own home, with no harm to others, that act by itself is not a crime. But this is where the misunderstanding begins. The legal issue in Singapore is not about usage. It is about sale, distribution, and import. Under the penal code, items that are considered obscene are not allowed to be sold, displayed, advertised, or distributed publicly. This includes objects that are meant to be used mainly for sexual purposes. That is why you don't see sex toys openly displayed in shopping malls or mainstream retail shops in places like Tampines, Yishun, or Bedok. So how do some shops still operate? The answer lies in how the products are presented. Some physical stores classify these items as marital aids, health products, or personal wellness tools. They are sold discreetly, kept out of public view, and marketed in a non-explicit way. As long as there is no open display, no explicit promotion, and no offensive advertising, enforcement is usually light. Now let's talk about online purchases, because this is where most people are confused. Buying sex toys online is not explicitly illegal, but importing them into Singapore can be risky. If customs officers inspect a parcel and determine that the item falls under obscene materials, it can be seized. In some cases, buyers may receive a warning letter. In more serious cases, penalties can apply, though prosecutions are rare for personal use. This is why many people say they have bought such items online without issues, while others report their packages being stopped. It is not automatic. It depends on inspection, packaging, and how the item is classified. Another common myth is that married couples are allowed, but single people are not. That is false. The law does not differentiate based on marital status. What matters is whether there is sale, distribution, or public exposure. So using a sex toy privately, whether single or married, is not a crime on its own. The bigger legal red line is public morality. Any form of public display, public usage, or distribution can cross into offenses related to public decency. That includes advertising, sharing explicit images, or reselling items without proper controls. This quiet balance is very Singaporean. Private behavior is often left alone. Public order and morality are strictly enforced. And this is why the topic remains sensitive. It exists in a legal grey zone, shaped more by enforcement than by written black and white rules. So here's the question for you. Should the law remain vague to allow discretion? Or should Singapore clearly spell out what is allowed and what is not? If you found this breakdown useful, give this video a like. Share it with someone who has always been curious but never dared to ask. And subscribe to 2230 for more Is It Legal in Singapore discussions you won't hear anywhere else.